Spooky Haunts here, and I'm back with another spooky unboxing video. So I am back, and I am ready, because I am excited to do a spooky unboxing video here on my Spooky Haunts channel. So, here it is. This is the iPad 10th generation. I'm going to be doing an unboxing video of it. I actually do have this engraved. I did order this online from the Apple Store, and I actually got a really good deal on it. And also, too, before I get to the unboxing, here are the cases that I've had for quite some time. I actually do have a Halloween folio case that fits the 10th generation iPad. As you can see, these are old stickers. Only issue is some of the stickers are like coming off. I don't know if you could see that there are some of them that are white, which have to be put on new ones. But I do have an actual case from, that I've had for the 10th generation iPad. So I didn't purchase a new case. I'm just going to use the one that I had. And then I also have a keyboard case that I got about a year ago or 2 years ago from Amazon. And this also has Halloween stickers as well, which these stickers look like they're holding up a lot better than the ones that are on here. But yeah, I actually got this from Amazon quite some time, about like a year ago or 2 years ago. And the only issue is with this is obviously the keyboard does not light up. But I think I paid like $60 for this at the time, which isn't bad. Because if you actually do get one from Apple, those are these smart keyboards. So you're probably going to pay like $200 for those, which you will get the light up keyboard. But this does the trick because it will hold up the iPad when I do my lives and stuff like that. So this is really cool. I did customize it at the time, if you guys could see. And also it does have a USB wire in it as well, so you charge it with USB. Now I am going live after my Instagram, so stay tuned for my spooky live at 9 p.m. tonight. So I am going to be doing the unboxing video of this now. Hopefully I'll have this set up by the time I go live. Hopefully, I don't know how long it's going to take me to set it up, but hopefully tonight I will have the opportunity to have this set up before I go live. Which it shouldn't take that much time. But anyway, without any further ado, here is the iPad 10th generation, the spooky iPad 10th generation in the color blue. So this is available in, I believe, 4 different colors. So you can get blue, there's a pink, there's a yellow, and there's a silver. I ended up just going with the blue just because blue is the spookiest color out of all 4. Silver, I don't really like silver things for iPad. I don't really like the color silver when it comes to iPads especially. I just find the color very boring. And then pink, obviously I wouldn't go with pink. And yellow was another second option, but then I thought yellow was kind of like too bright and not really spooky enough for me. So the blue was the color that I chose. That was the darkest color out of all 4. So I got this for about $320. So this is actually the cheapest iPad from Apple. I know they do vary in prices. Like if you do go with the iPad Air, it's close to like $600-700. If you go with the iPad Pro, it's like $900. So this is actually the cheapest iPad that you could get. And also too, the iPad minis are usually like $500, which I do have my old iPad mini. Well, not old iPad mini. I actually bought this about like a couple of months ago, but this is the new A19 iPad mini. And as you can see, I did customize this with my old case that I had laying around, which it was able to fit this. So I am going to be getting the bigger screen in this upgrade with the bigger screen iPad. So obviously this is the 10th generation. I did order this from Apple's website. And then I also had the choice to get it engraved. So if you do order it from Apple's website, before you add it to cart, or once you add like the configuration of it, it will give you an option whether or not you want to engrave the iPad. So you can either hit yes or no. Engraving does not cost extra money. So if you think it's going to cost extra money, it isn't. So I'm like, why not just engrave it? I mean, this is going to be mine. This is going to be my device that I'm going to stream my videos on and do my lives and stuff like that. So I might as well just engrave it when I watch like other YouTube videos and stuff like that. So I got it engraved and I'm about to show you what it looks like once I take it out of the box. But yeah, this was about $300 and I believe $42. It would have been $360, but I think I had like a $15 credit on my Apple gift card. So it took like $15 off. But yeah, I mean, this is a cheaper value iPad. And Apple is still selling this in the store. So if you still want to buy it, you don't have to buy it on the website. You could buy it in the store. But if you are going to be doing the engraving, I suggest ordering it online, because if you buy it in the store, you won't be able to have it engraved. That's only if you customize it, if you order it in the store. But without any further ado, here it is. This is what the box looks like. It shows you a picture of the wallpaper in the front. And then over here, it's got the Apple logo in blue. Since this is the blue color, the spooky blue, it's going to show the color of the device. Then on the side, it also does say iPad. And then it also says iPad once again. And then you also have the Apple logo. Now, this is available in, I believe, 3 storage options. So you could get 64 gigabyte, 128, or 256. So the price does go up. So I think if you do go with 64, it's the cheapest option. But for some reason, they didn't have it online. I think the 64 gigabyte is like $50 cheaper or $60 cheaper, I believe. But they didn't have that option online. They only had 128 and 256. But then if you want to go with 256, it's an extra $100. So that is the highest option. I didn't want to go with the 256. I'm happy with 128. I was actually happy with 64, but they didn't have it. So I ended up just going with the 128 gigabyte version. So this is the 128 gigabyte iPad A16 Wi-Fi. And this is the iPad 10th generation Wi-Fi 128 gigabyte in the blue color. So they do have the little Apple things that you peel off. So without any further ado, guys, I'm super excited. Let's unbox the 10th generation iPad. So like I said, I didn't want to go with anything expensive. I already have the Mini. I already have the MacBook Neo. And I have Pro phones. I have a Pro phone, so there's really no need to go with the more expensive iPad. Unless you're really using it for like other things, or you want to stream videos and see things in higher resolution, then spend the extra money by all means. But you really don't have to, technically. And I think this will definitely do what it's going to do for me. Now, I did not purchase a screen protector. Apple does not sell screen protectors or online for iPads online or in the store, but I'm actually not going to use the screen protector for this. I'm actually just going to use it just the way it is, so I can get the feel of the actual touchscreen or the feel of the OLED screen. So I'm actually going to skip out on the screen protector on this device. But usually, 99% of the time, I usually put screen protectors on my Apple devices. Always good to protect it. But this one, I'm just going to go without the screen protector on this one. Which again, you get the full screen effect with this iPad, which is good. So I am going to peel the sticker here. Now, I do plan on keeping the box, as I always do with my Apple products. And this video might go a little bit longer, so if you do stay tuned for watching the whole video, I appreciate it. I do like to talk before I unbox things when I do unboxing videos on my channel. But this is a spooky unboxing video, so you guys will get the full effect if you're new here. Also, make sure to like and subscribe as well. So as I'm going to peel it right here, this is the most satisfying that you'll ever get when it comes to an Apple device. So it is going to prompt me to do my Apple ID, which I'm not going to be doing on the video. But I will show you guys the setup. So the peel is off. So now we're going to see what's inside the box. So as we try to lift it up here. So also too, you could also use this with the keyboard. So you could kind of use it like it's like a computer or a MacBook, which I'm probably going to use most of the time, I feel. Just because when I'm going to be doing videos or lives, it props up the tablet a lot better than if I had the folio case. I mean, I like the folio case, but I feel like it doesn't hold it as sturdy as like the keyboard would. So that's what I'm going to use. So without any further ado, this is what it looks like inside the packaging. So I'm going to put the iPad to the side for just a second, and we're going to see what else we get inside the box. And I can already tell you, this is already super thin, already taking it out. So the first thing that we do get is we are greeted with the Apple Designed in California. It's like a little quick startup guide. So we're going to take a look at that, which by now I know how to set up an iPad. I've been doing this for over the past couple of years, so it's kind of self-explanatory, but I'm going to go over it. So it does say iPad, and then it does actually show you, well, the color of the device. So I did get the blue one, so they do show you like a little picture of the blue one. It just shows you how to use the Apple Pencil, which I don't have. tells you a welcome to iPad control center, dock and apps, and smart connector. So it just shows you those different things. Then I don't know if there's Apple stickers with this, so we're going to check this out. It looks like no. It looks like they do not give you Apple stickers with the iPad, which is kind of unfortunate. I thought they did. Which I know they stopped doing that with the newer models, but it looks like they didn't do it with this. But you still get greeted with a charger, so I'm pretty much going to use this charger out of the box. This is just your standard USB power cable, which I have plenty of these, which I might actually just keep in the box just because I have so many of them. If I do need it over time, I could always just take them out of the box, but that's what it looks like. And then over here, you do get your lightning cable, type B. I don't think this is a type C because this was obviously made before the 16 and 17, but you get your wire, which again, I have plenty of these, so I'm just going to put it back in the box. And that's pretty much all you get inside the box. And then now we're just going to peel it and reveal the iPad 10th generation. So let's see what the engraving looks like. I do plan on keeping the packaging the way I see it. So I don't normally like throw out the packaging, but here we go. Ooh. And I could already tell you, I already love the blue contrast already. I think blue was a perfect color option, especially for me, because most of the times I do like my devices darker color, or spooky color, should I say. So the blue was definitely a great option to go for. So we are going to put this back inside the box, and we are going to see, we are now going to check out the 10th generation iPad 10th generation. All right, so this is what it looks like. This screen is really, really big. I had it upside down. This is what it looks like. This is obviously a lot larger than the iPad mini, obviously. Now, I don't know. I think the iPad mini might be a little bit more powerful since that's using the A19. I think this might have an A17 or an 8.8, or I believe this might have an A17 chip in it. So I feel like the processor is a lot slower compared to the iPad mini. I could be wrong, but I think this was also made a couple of years before that iPad mini. But let's take a look at the engraving. This is what you guys wanted to see. So you could only add a certain amount of characters and numbers. So it looks like they did a phenomenal job. So they did exactly what I put on there. So they put it on top of the device. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I'll read that in just a moment. It's kind of hard to see it on camera. I'm trying to let it contrast as well as possible. But this is what it says. It says spooky with 7 ghost emojis, haunted with 3 skulls, 2 ghosts. I added a little bit of a dog there. I thought that would have been kind of cool. And a rabbit. Just thought that would be kind of cool as well. But this is a spooky device. And it does say spooky haunted. So I wasn't able to add pumpkins for some reason with the emoji, because the keyboard didn't show pumpkins, so I wasn't able to do that. But there is the engraving, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to get this on camera. Let me focus here and show you what the engraving looks like there. You guys could see it as well. So that's what it looks like. And now, without any further ado, let's actually set this up. Now, I'm not going to set up the Apple ID right away. But I am going to show you how the cases look. But like I said, I really do love the blue color in the iPad. I really think I made the right color choice. I feel like if I did get this engraved and I went with like the yellow, I feel like the yellow would be kind of bright. It would be kind of hard to see with the black leathering. So I'm kind of glad that I ended up going with the darker blue color, which that was definitely the right choice. And like I said, this is the darkest color option out of all 4 colors. So I definitely wanted to get the right color option. But yeah, look at the blue. It looks really spooky, guys. I really love, this is more of like a, not really like a midnight blue, but more of like in the middle type, like deep blue. I wouldn't really say deep blue, but it's just a nice contrast of a blue. So without any further ado, let's set this up for about a few seconds. I'm not going to do my Apple ID. I'm about to end the video in just a few minutes, but we are going to be setting it up just to give you a little bit of a tutorial on the iPad 10th generation. And I know that this has been out for quite some time. This is not Apple's newest iPad. It's just still on the market because it's still a great iPad and it's a budget-friendly iPad. So like I said, if you don't feel like spending a lot of money, this is the option to go. But it's going to ask you to put it in English, obviously, United States. It's going to ask me my appearance. Do I want default, medium, or large? I'm actually going to do, I usually just do default, but for some reason, I think I'm going to do medium for some, it just zoned out. Okay, so United States. And then I'll show you at the end of the video on what the case looks like once I put it in. So I'm pretty much going to use the keyboard for tonight when I do my live. So I do plan on actually streaming the live on this iPad. And it already starts me off with 86%. So it gives me a good chunk of battery, which is really good. So it's not like they give me battery where it's not going to last my 2-hour live. And also, by the way, guys, I'm going live tonight at 9 p.m. to 11. So if you are watching this video, hop on my spooky Instagram if you are a follower. If you're not a follower, the links will be in the description. My Instagram name is ghostly_spooky. So you can find me on there as well. And also make sure to follow me on Instagram as well if you have the chance. And for some reason, I'm trying to find the right configuration. Bear with me, guys. For some reason, this thing kind of went the wrong way. I'm doing English. Try to bear with me, guys, as I try to find the right country or region here. For some reason, it kind of zoned out. But yeah, I am going to be going live tonight at 9 p.m. to 11, United States. That's what the problem was. All right, so it's going to ask me again, default, medium, or large. I'm going to go with the large, actually, since this is a big screen. You can change it in settings later. It does say quickly set up with iPad. Bring your current iPhone or iPad near you with your new iPad to sign in. I'm actually going to do all this later just because I'm filming on my iPhone right now. So I'm actually been doing that later because it's going to ask me for a device that's nearby. But anyway, I guess you guys get the idea. This is the iPad 10th generation, the spooky blue iPad 10th generation. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Like I said, follow me on my spooky live tonight from 9 to 11 p.m. If you are a follower, I hope to see you on my live. If you are not, make sure to subscribe and like this video for more spooky videos that will be coming up soon as well. But thank you guys for watching. Also, like I said, thank you if you stay tuned to watch the 17-minute video. I appreciate it. But thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with another spooky video again, like I always do. And remember, always stay spooky. Thanks for watching.